train. We're just passing Brighton Beach, and we're gonna meet up with a fellow live streamer, Dutch Moz, to learn about the secrets of Coney Island. So let's go and explore the place of wonderment and joy, the one of the most famous theme parks in all the entire world, Coney Island. So welcome everyone. Nice to see you here. Pardon the delay today because I had a few technical issues that were a little bit hard to kind of figure out. That's what happens when you introduce multiple microphones into a live stream. But fret not, we are now all good and heading towards Coney Island to meet up with Dutch Moz. So right now, we just passed Brighton Beach, and we are about 2 stops away. This is Ocean Parkway right now. Ocean Parkway stop right now. On the Q line, which is, I think, known as the Brighton line traditionally. Hey Robert, thank you so much for sending a PayPal. I appreciate you, Robert. Thank you. So here's Ocean Parkway, one of the 5 main spokes of Brooklyn, similar to what Paris has with these main streets. Ocean Parkway is a parkway developed by Frederick Law Olmsted, one of the co-architects of Central Park. And it's a really cool video too. Cool perspective up here to see Brooklyn from above on the elevated. You'll be able to see the ocean on your left. Yes, I'll show it to you. There we go. So one more stop. Today's wandering will probably be about 2 hours. We're gonna meet up with Dutch Moz at the train station, so hopefully he'll get in contact with us soon through the comments. This is how we live streamers contact each other. We don't use text message or chat. We just jump onto each other's live streams and say hello. Here we have the train station coming up. Hard to see from this perspective. And here we have Coney Island. There we go. Coney Island from above. Look at that. Here we have Luna Park. We have the legendary Cyclone. We're going to learn all about these. D-Lit Walker says, 2 legends of New York City walking. Yes! Coming together today for Coney Island. Can YouTube handle 2 awesome live streamers at the same time? We'll see. We'll see if it can handle it. Is that Dutch Moz over there? Let's see. I think that tour group might be Dutch Moz. Yep, I think that's him. I think he's finishing up his other tour. I think we just may have spotted Dutch Moz. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Dutch Moz is you're gonna meet him soon. He's been live streaming for 5 years. So he's been live streaming. He's an OG live streamer in the travel walking space. I've been doing it before. Whoa. we'll ask him soon, Katrine. Great question. I'll ask him what his name means, Dutch Moz. So, I've been doing it for 4 years. Dutch Moz has been doing it for 5. We are OG live streamers. Because live streaming for walking has really become popular in YouTube about a year ago is when it started in popularity. We used other platforms. I use Facebook, he used mostly Periscope. And we're gonna find out a little bit more about him. So here we have arrived to Coney Island. There we go, we're free. So here we are at the station, Coney Island Station. You can take the Q train, you can also take the D and F train. The Q train, if you want to see these views that we just saw. The D train will show you another perspective. F train is really cool because you'll eventually end up seeing city skyline views as well. Actually, the Q train as well, because the Q train will take you above the Manhattan Bridge. Let's go widescreen for this. Oh, look at that. This is going to be a blast, says Arlene. Oh, so glad. So glad people are hyped. So let's go find Dutch Moz. I don't know where he is, but we'll find him. He'll jump onto the chat. So if anyone sees Dutch Moz commenting on the chat, do let me know. Repeat his message. The N train too, says Cliff. Yes, the N train as well. Thank you. D, F, N, and Q. Robert, did I see The Little Fugitive yet? No, I haven't checked that out. So due to a small scheduling conflict, Dutch actually had a tour booked at the very last minute here in Coney Island that ends about 1:15 and 1:30. So that's why we're meeting with him a little bit later. Rainer, thank you so much for becoming a member. Everyone, welcome Rainer as a new super urbanist here on YouTube memberships. And if you've become a supporter recently on Facebook, do let me know, or a patron. That's one of the 3 ways you can become a super urbanist. Ronald says, enough time for coffee, indeed. So here's the Q train. This is a pretty big terminus. Pretty big terminus. And we'll see some of the imagery of Coney Island over here. How long did the broadcast start? Oh, like 10 minutes ago. 9 minutes ago. Hey, Luja, welcome. Dwayne, you don't recall seeing this before. Well, welcome. Hey, how's it going? What's your name?
Susu.
Susu. Oh, Susu, nice to meet you.
Yes, finally.
Oh.
I've been, like I said, on the private chat.
Oh, yeah.
I've been stalking you. I finally get.
Oh, are you based in this area?
Should I turn you off?
Yeah, no, let me show it. Let me show it right here. So Susu, everyone say hi to Susu. You're a supporter.
I wanted to give you a tip in person.
Oh my God!
For the treat today.
IRL super chat.
Can I walk with you to meet Dutch Moz?
You can walk with me, yeah, for like 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah. Let me know, how long have you been watching Urbanist?
Oh, first of all, let me take my earphones off so I can hear you.
That's so cool.
Yes, you told me that you were coming here because I watch you every day.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God, I gotta meet him. And I'm just like 3 stops away from here, and I live on 18th Avenue.
Oh, nice.
So I said, oh, I gotta go meet Ariel finally. So
Is that Bensonhurst?
Bensonhurst.
Yes.
Bensonhurst.
Oh,
So-
because you have a Bensonhurst accent.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
I was born and raised in Bensonhurst. Yes. So, and then when you told me like Dutch Mars is in the Brooklyn area,
Yeah.
I started watching him because I'm familiar with Brooklyn and I love Brooklyn. So
He does a lot of stuff down here.
That's why I started.
Walk with me to the corner. He does a lot of stuff down here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, so I can give Ariel a tip in person.
So give hearts for Susu for actually giving me a IRL super chat. And you're also a fellow super urbanist.
Yes.
So you support, which
I'm a
is awesome.
YouTuber. I'm a super urbanist on YouTuber, right? That's what it means.
No, super urbanist. I mean that you are supporting either YouTube or Patreon.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But originally I was Facebook supporter.
okay.
Yes.
Oh,
then
yeah, you're right.
I prefer YouTube
Right.
because it's easier to chat on YouTube than
So,
on Facebook.
How long have you been watching?
I told you
Yeah.
from the live chat that
Yeah.
I've been watching you since you did the drive-by down Bedford Avenue.
Right.
And since it's another Brooklyn area, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, Bedford Avenue. And so I clicked on and I started watching you since, I guess, the pandemic shut down.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
But I watched
welcome.
your previous video.
Hey! Oh, here we have Dutch Moss. Dutch Moss, welcome.
Hey.
So,
Hello.
Susan's also a fellow viewer of yours.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because I'm a Brooklynite. And when you did the tour of the lights around Dyker Heights, and I was saying, oh, I live right near there, 18th Avenue and 84th Street. So, yes. So I've been
Awesome.
watching you because Brooklyn, you know.
Thank you.
So. And then
Yeah.
I came down here to meet you guys. So,
Awesome.
Oh.
and so, if you can take the tip and have a nice cup of coffee on me.
Oh, we will, or
Or-
beer, because
or
you
beer.
mentioned the
Or
beers
whatever-
nearby.
Yes, whatever's nearby.
So,
Whatever's
Susu,
open.
it was a
But
pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much. Nice
Thank-
to meet you
Nice
too.
meeting you
Doug.
too.
Thank you so much for your
I'll
support.
continue watching you on the video.
Everyone give her a bunch of hearts.
Okay, thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Dutch, let me give you
Hey.
a microphone.
Oh my God, I'm getting this.
Yeah, it's privilege. Got dual mic and stuff. Put even higher up because it's gonna be a windy day, I think.
Yeah. Come on. How's that?
And zip up your jacket. Yeah,
zip
that's
it
the best
up.
way.
It's cold, baby.
There we go.
Hey guys.
So welcome, Dutch Moss. Man, I haven't seen you in 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, it's
I know.
crazy.
Socrates Sculpture Park.
Right.
That's right.
How's everything going?
There's one of my. This is a high school group around
Yeah.
here just now, so I wasn't expecting to do the high school group today. So.
Were you just right down there in that
Yes.
blue building?
Yes.
I got you from the train station. I zoomed in. I was like,
That
that's
was
probably
me
Dutch.
ending the tour. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you want to see? What do you want to do? You want to just?
So lead the way,
Okay.
and then let me introduce you because
Yes. In case people don't know.
Dutch is an OG live streamer. 5 years.
5 years.
Like live streaming has been popular for New York walking only a year. Like so,
Yes.
we've been doing it for way long, and you've been doing it for a year longer than I have. Because Periscope, it was a thing.
Periscope was the thing. That's what got me into live streaming.
So what's your name based on? So
My name is based on the Dutch founded New York City,
yeah.
and then my nickname in high school was Maz. So Dutch Maz.
Oh, cool. Is it based on your name or
No,
something else?
it's meant to completely not mention my name.
Okay, that's understandable.
That's my internet name.
And what got you into live streaming initially?
Well, initially it was to show my friends who moved away from New York
Yeah,
what it's still like to be here.
yeah.
And that's still the reason why I still do these live streams is
Yeah.
because I want to show all my family and friends what it's like to actually be here in New York. And then I just got the bug. It's like being, for me as a tour guide, it keeps
Yeah.
my brain fresh.
Oh yeah.
You know,
that's
so-
right. Like you constantly have to find new stories because it's a
All
bit
the time.
boring doing the same places over and
Yes.
over again.
Yes. And the stories, and it helps me, keeps my brain moving.
That's
You
so
know,
cool.
so.
And Dutch showed me Socrates Sculpture Garden, and you were like one of the first people to take me there. I was blown away. It's like, oh my god, there's a park in the middle of Astoria,
Astoria,
Queens.
Queens. It's the best
All right,
little thing.
So let's situate where everyone
right.
is right now.
So we are on the corner of Surf Avenue and Stillwell.
Right there.
Stillwell,
Yeah.
named after William Stillwell. Now, he gets together with a guy named John Y. McCain.
Oh.
So now we're going to go all the way back to 1860s.
Okay.
And basically, John Y. McCain and William Stillwell figure out a way to sell lands underwater.
Yeah.
So Surf Avenue here, this was the original coastline, and then they continued to build the property lines out to the water at the low tide mark. So you could buy land at low tide, and then it will eventually get flooded by the high tide.
Oh, that's
So
bad.
that was their little scheme, and Williams
Also, they had constant turnover.
all the time, all the time, and of course John Y. McCain, probably the second most corrupt politician after Boss Tweed.
Yeah.
And what he does is there's a big election happening in the 1860s, and there's only around 3,000 people that live in the town of Gravesend. Well, he brings in 5,000 people, and they completely try to fix the vote, but then he is convicted of voter fraud and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, wow.
And he is sent up to Sing Sing, just like Boss Tweed. So he had a very
crazy.
sad fate in the end, just like Boss Tweed. So nobody wanted to know him, nobody wanted to love him.
So since Sing Sing is also a very famous prison
Yes.
for New Yorkers.
Sent you up the river.
Up the river, yeah. It's featured a bunch of like old noir films.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. All right, lead the way.
And then this right here,
Yeah.
this is the site of the Henderson Theater.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately, he's not here anymore thanks to Joe Sitt, but we'll get into that later. But this is where Groucho and Harpo Marx first performed together.
Oh, really? That's
right
so
here.
cool. That's awesome.
An unknown, oh my God, what's it? Jackie Gleason worked here.
Yeah.
You know, Jimmy Durante performed here,
Oh, wow.
amongst
okay.
many other people that I know I'm blanking out on a bunch of names right now. So, but the history that is in this site here is kind of ridiculous. But
I think one thing we're going to see a lot walking through here is that a lot of these buildings are not preserved.
no,
No,
luckily, this building right here, this used to be the Lowe's Theater.
Was this one of the Wonder Theaters?
And yes.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But unfortunately, the theater is so far gone that only the exterior of the building is landmarked, and not the interior.
Oh, I see.
So the interior, where the theater used to be, is going to become a multicultural spa, and then this office building here is going to become a boutique hotel.
Oh, I see.
And
Yeah.
we'll see when that gets built.
I mean, they've been trying to make hotels out of this for a while. And
They never get the zoning.
let me adjust my mask.
They never get the zoning.
Yeah, they never get to zoning. And it's also like a lot of tourists would probably not want to stay here.
Yes.
Specifically.
The closest hotel is up Stowell Avenue here, pretty far away. And it's cold out here, so yeah, pumpkins.
Very cold, yeah. And you do mostly South Brooklyn, so you're brave for
I love
winter
being
time.
down here in the cold. We need a good blizzard. You
Yeah.
come down here and watch the polar bears swim.
Right. So how do you guys know so much history? So I know history because I tend to research for each live video. I'm not a tour guide though, so I just follow what fascinates me. How about yourself?
I mean, it's a combination of both. I'm a tour guide, and also I just love history. When
Yeah.
I was going to Brooklyn College, I just got into history like crazy and just started drinking it up, if you will. And it's been like kind of obsessed over it.
Yeah, right.
You know, because coming here to Coney, it's always like the history is kind of all around. It's just kind of nowhere to look.
And also it's like so iconic.
Oh yeah.
The reason Coney is iconic is
Let's go this.
the reason Coney is iconic is because you still have things like the cyclone
Yes.
up ahead.
Cyclone is thankfully landmarked
Oh yeah.
and going nowhere. But if you remember in the movie The Warriors, this is where the Warriors are walking down towards
Right.
us.
Right, yeah, and he hides somewhere nearby, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Around the corner behind us is where.
Around the corner,
But we'll
okay.
get back over there. But do we
Oh.
have any Mr. Robot fans in the house?
Yeah, let us know. Is any Mr. Robot fans
Do we
here?
have any Mr. Robot fans? Because this is the funniest thing I get to show Mr. Robot fans.
Luciano, a longtime viewer, says that you speak very fast because you're a true New Yorker.
I'm always in a rush to get nowhere.
Wait, or are you a native New Yorker?
Native New Yorker,
You're
born and
here?
raised here in Brooklyn.
Oh man, that's so cool.
I can't live
Wow.
anywhere else. I lived in Florida for a year and went completely crazy.
Yeah, I can
I
imagine.
hate driving a car. But this is the Eldorado scooter. They're not bumper cars, they're auto scooters.
Yeah.
The same guy who designed the sound system for Studio 54 designed the sound system for the Eldorado. So this is why it has
That's
such a bumping sound system. But inside there is the F Society
Yeah.
in Mr. Robot, and then there's the infamous blue door.
Oh,
It is real.
Here's the Fun Society. Oh, interesting.
And I don't want to give it. I know what's on the other side of that door. I'm not going to give it away, but
Oh, here's the
the blue door.
Oh, interesting.
This takes you into the F Society portal.
So just
the show.
I would say
So-
minor spoilers for the first episode.
Yes.
This is where he walks through and sees a bunch of hackers.
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Yes.
So there we go.
And I have taken people from Germany. They specifically came down here to Coney in the middle of the winter just to see this door. If my friend Lewis was here, we'd be able to go in there.
Right. For anyone who doesn't know, Mr. Robot is a very popular television show. I think it's still running, or did they just
I think
finish?
they concluded. Yeah, they
Just
concluded.
concluded with Rami Malek as the main star. And Warriors is the 1970s film.
Correct, 1979.
Yeah. All right, awesome.
Actually, this is very exciting what's happening here. So, of course, here's our 100-year-old Coney Island Wonder Wheel.
The Wonder Wheel, yeah.
Opened up on Memorial Day, 1920. 400,000 pounds of Bethlehem steel, 150 feet tall. Exactly, perfectly on the north-south-east-west axis.
Oh, really? Interesting.
It's perfectly lined up.
Did they do that on purpose?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a sundial.
Fascinating.
But then this big empty lot here, many people may remember if you came here to Coney back in the day.
Yeah.
You might remember the Ghost Hole was here, the Polar Express was here, but you see the rebar coming together.
Right.
We're building a new roller coaster called the Phoenix.
Oh, fascinating.
And it is a family coaster where your feet will dangle down and you can almost get upside down.
Yeah.
Almost. But it's not going to be too fast, 35 miles an hour top speed.
So it won't be as terrifying as the Cyclone.
No. The Cyclone is my couch.
Is there a couch? Yeah, because you used to do a live stream where
Yes,
you rode it on a daily basis.
My internet claim to fame was riding the Cyclone on live stream, and I will never miss a comment. And then the operations folks got a little.
I can imagine, man.
Did that for almost 3 years.
I did a 360 video on the Cyclone, and they told me to put the camera away. So I put it away into my pocket.
Exactly.
In front.
That's how you do it. I would actually tie my phone to a rubber band.
Yeah,
so I would
man.
never drop the phone.
So we'll talk a little bit more about the Cyclone later.
Yeah, well, when we get there, that Cyclone history is. I just freaked out a whole bunch of high school kids about the Cyclone site. So it's a history project.
A few people are asking, why is this so empty?
So this is the off season.
Yeah.
So between November and April, basically, nothing's open. Some of the boardwalk businesses may be open if it gets above 55 degrees. But for the most part, this is the off season. Even during the COVID, not a lot of stuff is open in general this time of year.
I gotta put up. All right, everyone. As we're going to Coney Island, slam that like button. Slam it like with your fist.
Destroy that like button.
But be gentle at the same time. And let us know if you're a team like. Let's get as many people watching so we can all enjoy the history of Coney Island. And then eventually become part of the fun society.
This is my favorite time of year in a weird way because we have the whole place to ourselves.
And we're there in the distance. We see the ferry passing through.
NYC ferry coming out from the Rockaways.
Which may at some point have a stop here.
Yes, and the stop they have cited here is in a bad location.
Right.
It's on the other side
Which
of
is
the island.
not convenient at all.
No, they should be over here. But now this is the famous Riegelman Boardwalk, built in 1920. At the time, this was the world's longest wooden boardwalk.
Really?
Then surpassed by Atlantic City.
Oh, Atlantic City, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Santa Monica longer?
Santa Monica's a lot longer.
A lot longer, yeah.
But this was one of the first.
Hey, Kurihara. Hello, Alexandra.
And unfortunately, no more under the boardwalk because we
Yeah.
had a little blizzard called the Blizzard of '96.
Yeah.
And basically the Army Corps of Engineers piled up sand underneath the boardwalk here.
Why did they do that? Because
Flooding.
for flooding, I assume. Yeah.
When Coney Island flooded during Hurricane Sandy,
Stuff over here.
Coney flooded from the creek,
Yeah.
not from the ocean. So the water came from this way.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
Because Coney Island used to be an island.
Sandbar.
A sandbar. Interesting.
Sandbar.
Wait, just a sandbar?
It was just a sandbar. It actually shifted
Oh, fascinating.
depending on what time of the year it was. And basically, well, let's go way back.
Yeah.
On September 10th, 1609, there was a guy, you may have heard of him, called Henry Hudson.
Right.
And he parks his Half Moon ship right off the coast. And they noticed there's like activity going on over here. And they know some fires and stuff like that. So what's going on over here? So they sent a search party out here. The first thing they noticed is that there are wild rabbits all in this area here.
Oh, I see.
So thus they called this area Rabbit Island in Dutch, Conan in Dalat, Coney Island.
Oh, I see.
So that's how. So it's really Rabbit Island.
Because most British had no idea how to pronounce Dutch.
Nope.
So most of these Dutch words always kind of
they
got
get
butchered.
anglicized.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's how we get the name Coney Island.
Oh, fascinating.
And then before the arrival of Henry Hudson in 1609, this area was so bountiful for all the different Native American tribes in the area. So the Canarsie, the Rockaway, Nyack, they all basically communally farmed in this area over here. That's how bountiful this land was. So where the train yard is today,
Really?
that's where they had communal farms. And they never warred. They signed treaties to never war over this land because it was that bountiful.
Oh, because they didn't need to cut down any forest because there's barely forest in this area of Brooklyn. Yeah.
Just marsh.
It's just marsh. Interesting.
Salt marshes.
Oh.
So the clamming was really good and all that.
That's really cool. And we used to be able to see the island that disappeared during the storm in the 1800s? I forgot the name. Hog Island.
Hog Island, yes.
Hog Island, yeah.
That's further down.
Further down, yeah.
That will be further down near Brighton. But that hasn't been seen in forever.
Well, yeah. 150 plus years,
yeah. I've only seen it in the map. So this is the Boardwalk.
So here we have Nathan's.
This is the Boardwalk Nathan's.
And this one is not the original one.
No.
We're going to see the original.
The original's over on Soif. But this was the original location of our circus sideshow here at Coney Island, USA. So they opened up here in 1983.
Oh.
Same year we had our first mermaid parade.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
yeah, so they were here until the early 90s, and then eventually they moved down the block to our historic 100-year-old Child's on Surf building.
Oh,
But
fascinating.
this is where the sideshow began.
So when did Coney really start getting its identity as a theme park?
Well, it began really in 1895. You have Paul Boynton's Sea Lion Park
Yeah.
across the street, across from Surf over here, and Paul Boynton was a famous swimmer, and he swam in an inflatable suit across the English Channel. And so that was his big claim to fame. And he opens up an amusement park, and Paul Boynton's Sea Lion Park is the first themed park in the world. So there's 3 granddaddy amusement parks.
Yeah.
Coney Island, Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen, Denmark, and Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Without these 3 parks, you wouldn't have your Disneys, you wouldn't have your Universal Studios, you wouldn't have your Six Flags.
Blackpool's in
Blackpool's
England.
in England.
Yeah.
On the coast of England, yeah. It's really,
Hence
I really want to go to Blackpool.
Hence all the locations of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yes.
Because Roller Coaster Tycoon had something in Denmark, something in England, something in New York City.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm playing Coaster Planet lately.
Oh, nice.
They changed the names. This is our newest piece of art right here.
Beautiful.
This is done by Danielle Mastrian.
I think we got to do a thumbnail here.
Oh yeah.
Jump right next to me. Oh, it's in reverse, but who cares? Actually, let me do it this way. All right, everyone. Thumbnail time because I didn't have the time to take a proper thumbnail. There we go.
I don't know why I'm smiling. I have a mask on. Anyway.
It shows through the eyes.
It does show through the eyes. It's kind of amazing. Danielle painted this in 7 days. And the letters are 12 years old.
Okay.
The letters used to actually say "Save Coney Island," and so she basically redid the letters, cleaned them up, and then added our beautiful mermaid right here. And then Danielle's going to work on the next roll gate down. This is going to be a black and white photo of all the old parks.
Oh, that's fascinating. That's good that they're adding some context to it.
Well,
to the photos.
you know, she's done so many murals around.
Yeah.
She's done this mural over here.
Here we see this guy. I recognize these 2 guys over here. Who is this?
That's Tilly.
Okay.
That's Steeplechase.
Interesting.
And Tilly, the Tilly smile, that's kind of like the logo of the old Steeplechase Park. Because, you know, they'll leave you grinning.
Yeah. Oh, that's
happy
that's
times. And depending on the context, sometimes he freaks me out. Sometimes he
if you were to see that in the middle of the night,
yes.
yeah, that would be freaky.
It will definitely freak you out. But
or if you were in the 1970s on the LSD trip, then yes. We would freak out.
But that was the theme. That was the what do you call it? Mascot. That's the word I was looking for. Mascot of Steeplechase. And then this used to be, if people remember the old school Coney, this is where the Shoot the Freak used to be. But now this is the entrance to our second part of Luna Park.
Oh, they have it fully closed.
Yes.
You used to be able to walk around sometimes in winter, right?
Yeah. Not anymore though. You have all these new rides here, and then there's another work by Danielle Mastrian.
Beautiful.
This took her 4 months to do this.
4 months. Oh, that's quite close time. Let me sneak the camera inside here.
Yeah.
I don't condone trespassing. Just putting your camera inside.
That's not trespassing. I do it all the time.
And a few people asked, are these wooden floor? Is this wooden flooring?
So this is wooden flooring.
Yeah.
It's a Brazilian jungle wood or something. It's a certain type of wood from Brazil that they use for this.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
this is under threat. So they've actually landmarked the boardwalk, but they didn't landmark what material it could be made out of. It has to be boards. They figured that part out because further down the way they did replace it with concrete.
Okay.
So it has to be boards, but the boards can be composite plastics or whatever.
Oh, I see.
So it may come back as other stuff. But here's Tom's. This used to be a place called Cha-Cha's, and then before Cha-Cha's, it was called the Atlantis.
Yeah.
And the Club Atlantis, there was a guy named Tex, the Coney Island Cowboy, and he used to sing on top of a piano.
Oh, interesting.
That was back in the 50s and 60s.
And here we have the bathhouses.
These are the bathrooms.
Bathrooms, okay.
Bathrooms, because right here is a site of a bathhouse.
Okay, I see.
So, you see the movie The Warriors?
Yeah.
Remember the part where he goes, Warriors? Well, that happens literally right here next to this ramp.
All right, here, there we go.
So, behind this would have been a building called Stout's Bathhouse.
Yeah.
And if you remember the Warriors in the movie art, they spray painted the name Warriors on this building. This is the building. That they illegally did that. That was not legal. The film crew just came in and did it. And people still own the property. It was actually still somewhat of an operating bathhouse at the time.
Fascinating that they illegally graffitied for a film production.
And it stayed up for decades until they destroyed the building in the early 90s.
I wish that was landmarked.
Yeah.
What's the name of the boardwalk? Riegelman.
Yeah, Edward Riegelman.
Riegelman.
1920.
In the summertime, Kurihara asked, do people actually swim here?
Yes, people swim here in the winter time also. The water is clean. The water is as clean as it was 150 years ago.
Let's approach the beach so I could show.
And to give you a real idea of how clean the water is, on a regular basis, we do see dolphins out here.
Yeah.
And we did have a sighting of a whale during, 2 months ago.
Well, the walk here doesn't seem too long, so let's go towards the beach. Yeah.
My Puerto Rican brethren playing music.
Right, yeah. So here during the you're also New Rican, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah. So Dutch Moss
Puerto
is
Rico,
fellow New Rican. This is a big New Rican hangout.
Yeah.
During the summertime.
Yeah. Even now.
Even now, he's still jumping along.
Even now, these guys are out here in like 5-degree weather, and they don't care. They have their little coquille, and they're good to go.
If you're a New Rican or Puerto Rican, do let us know in the comments.
Give us a hearty wepa.
Wepa, yeah, give us a good hearty wepa. So how are these guys? Are these guys friendly?
These guys are pretty friendly.
Yeah.
They're definitely a little bit more hungry than normal.
So if you're getting your Nathans, they just might come.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they respect, for the most part.
Let me zoom in. I like this one. He's nicely balanced. Let us know what his name is.
He's totally showing off with the street.
Right.
Totally.
We have a new guest. I only have 2 microphones though.
Now, if you ever wondered where all this sand comes from,
Yeah.
fun fact, New York City has a weird relationship with the state of Virginia.
Okay.
So we give Virginia our garbage, and then we get back sand. Go figure that one out. So this is all Virginian sand here.
I mean, sounds like a good deal.
This is a very good deal.
And also, you could get, pro tip, you could get great views of Coney Island taking the ferry.
Yeah.
So, but that stops at Far Rockaway.
Yes. Beach 108th Street. I like taking the ferry from Sunset Park just to go get some Rockaway taco.
Right. Yeah, which Rockaway is trying to compete with Coney Island to become the hangout.
They have a Poseidon parade, which is weird. It's like a children's.
That's way too much copycatting.
Yeah, it's a children's version of the Mermaid Parade, which I hope we get back.
Living Daily says, Deborah says, thus the trash mountain that is in Virginia right now.
Yes, exactly. Sorry about that, Virginia.
Are the rides open?
No. The second week of April.
Cool.
God willing, if the Cuomo gives us guidance.
So here is the beach. So is it clean?
Yes, the
would
water
you
is
swim in?
clean. I swim in here.
You would swim in. Okay.
Even though I prefer to swim out in the Rockaways, I swim here too.
I prefer the Rockaways as well.
Yeah.
The Rockaways is a bit more kind of bluer.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be honest, like this is more of a drinking beach.
Yeah.
I'm here to drink.
Yeah.
But,
and then what do we see there in the distance?
well, that one building you see, that is Red Bank, New Jersey.
Okay.
And that one building way up in the distance, that's Navesink, New Jersey.
Oh, interesting.
Because I was fascinated. Like, what is that one building sticking out all the way down there?
And we're seeing it pretty clearly today.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Usually in the summertime you can barely see
The
it.
haze usually.
Yeah. And then over here we see Sea Breeze, right? Is this Sea Breeze? What's the name?
Oh, Breezy Point.
Breezy Point.
Breezy Point, Roxbury, and then Fort Tilden, Reese Park just after the bridge. That's the Gil Hodges Marine Parkway Bridge.
Yeah.
That takes us into
Flatbush Avenue.
into Flatbush Avenue, then we go into Jamaica Bay.
Alright, let's go back on to here one more time actually.
See, the Cold Bear shows that this is all full of needles. There's no needles. Even though I did like the Cold Bear show, they did that. There's no needles. Come on, no needles.
Hey, Super Friends, another live stream we're tuning in right now.
Super Friends.
So no needles, but there's a lot of oyster or what type of shells are
Shells,
these?
yeah, I would say oysters,
And
a little bit of glass.
pieces of glass, hence the drinking type of beach.
Yes. But if you, in normal times, every Sunday at 1 o'clock, the Coney Island polar bears come out here and go swimming.
Yeah.
And I would usually stream that.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I kind of missed that because that was our little Sunday tradition, is to watch the polar bears go swimming. And of course, when they have a blizzard, we will come out here and...
To clarify, not actual polar bears, but people
the Coney Island Polar Bear Club.
who likes to swim in cold weather.
The oldest cold water swimming organization in the world came together in 1903.
Yeah.
So they still swim. They swim year round.
That's,
And those people never get sick.
that's hardcore, yeah. But have they done it during this COVID season?
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow. Impressive.
They have, but they do it in smaller groups
Yeah.
to make sure everybody's distanced and everything.
Seja says, I've swum there too with my daughter. Oh, cool. And Maria, that looks like something bending over. Ooh, what are you referring to?
The Thunderbolt? The narrowest roller coaster in the world when it was built in 2014.
This one, the Thunderbolt.
Yes, this one right here. It's a prototype.
What do you mean a prototype?
So, Luna Park,
Yeah.
owned by this big Italian company named Zerperla, and this is their showcase park. So whenever they have new products, they bring them out here first.
And this is historically, or they're doing that still to this
They're
day?
still doing it to this day.
Oh, interesting.
So we got some new prototypes coming in, and I can show you some of them.
Yeah, let's check it out.
So let's go right over here.
And thank you everyone for being part of Team Like and slamming the like button.
We're like hitting that like. And I'm happy we're doing this now instead of Friday when it's going to be 5 degrees.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I'm used to this. 5 degrees is too cold.
Especially with the winds that come in.
Oh. So this is
Here.
how crazy Coney Island is right now.
All right, let's take a closer look.
So,
Oh my God, pieces.
yeah,
This literally feels like a roller coaster tycoon game.
that's right.
I just pick it up
Put it together.
and then throw a little person into the ocean.
That's right. So, last year we were supposed to build a family roller coaster and
Yeah.
a log that kind of intertwined with themselves. And obviously, because of the COVID, we weren't able to do that. So, all these pieces got imported in from Europe. They have been here for now over a year.
Fascinating. So a combination log flume and roller
Well,
coaster.
one ride's a log flume,
Okay.
52 feet tall, something like that.
Yeah.
And then around the log flume is going to be the family roller coaster.
Yeah.
So you're seeing like the lift element for the log flume is right there, and then these pieces here, this is for the family coaster.
Oh, fascinating.
And the Thunderbolt, built directly next door to the site of the original Thunderbolt. If you ever saw the movie Annie Hall,
Yeah.
this is where This is where what's his name, Woody Allen used to live, supposedly in the movie.
Oh yeah, right underneath it, right? Yeah.
But the actual building that the original Thunderbolt was built in was called the Hotel Kensington, and that dates back to the 1890s. But the reason why this roller coaster is so narrow is because the woman who owned the lot for the Thunderbolt, she refused to have the crews build or use her land to build.
Yeah.
So they were forced to build this narrow roller coaster here. It's 810 feet long by 35 feet wide. And there's a copy of this in, I believe, Alabama.
I mean, also Six Flags Great Adventure has a similar straight roller coaster.
Yes.
Nitro.
Nitro.
And here we have, this is the go-karts,
It's
right?
one of the go-kart tracks, yeah. One of our go-kart, the Coney Island Raceway. So this is a part of Luna Park.
Luna Park, yeah. So there's 3 main historic theme parks.
Yes.
So Luna Park.
Well, the original parks, yeah, Luna Park, the original Luna Park, that was across the street. Dreamland, which is further down where the aquarium is today. And then over here, the other side of the Thunderbolt here, would have been Steeplechase. And that was the longest running park that closed down in 1964.
So none of them have been continuously running since then?
No.
No.
Now, after Steeplechase closed, it was then Astroland Park,
Yeah.
over where Luna is today. And then Astroland was in business until 2008. And then we had that one weird year. It's like this right here. This is a great example of property being held hostage.
Right.
So this is the Coney Island art walls. Probably one of the best collections of street art in the world, but it's being just
So
left
cool.
to, I mean, you got some really big artists in there. Ninchus. There's a memorial for MCA down there. That's a Chantel Martin right there, it's all tagged up. It's a shame.
That's a shame that they're tagging over some of these murals. I assume it's because of beef.
There's literally nobody here to maintain it.
Okay. Yeah.
So the reason why the walls came together is because Joseph Sitt, the landlord of the property here, he wanted the zone change to build this into a hotel, and he never got the zone change, which is a shame.
And this is something that's usually open during the summer.
This is usually open during the summer, but for the last 2 summers before COVID, it wasn't open for regular, it was only open for private events. But like,
Oh yeah, here's another tagged up mural.
another tagged up one here, and then this one here coming up.
So
Real heartbreaker.
just want to clarify. Usually when you see tags over a mural, is that there's some type of like
Beef.
disagreement. Here in New York City, we call it beef.
Yeah.
Beef is just
These
a
are just
disagreement.
tags for the sake of tags.
Yeah.
Like,
But as you'll notice, some artists are indeed respected, and no one tags over them.
which is
Like no one would tag over a Basquiat,
no,
for example.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think some of these people who are tagging over don't even know the people here. This is
That could be, yeah.
This is a collaboration between Marie Roberts. She works over at Coney Island, USA. She's our banner painter.
Yeah.
And the Thrive Collective. So a bunch of high school students helped make this come together here, which is a shame. And then this is one of my favorites, the Cyclops. If you ever go to the Spookorama ride in Dino's Wonder Wheel Park, you'll be greeted by the one-eyed creature here. This is another one from the Thrive Collective.
Fascinating.
And Gaze, which is epic. Even though it's kind of tagged up, it's still kind of, you can still see how awesome it was.
Yeah.
So much going on with the French fries. The French fries
With
attack.
cheese.
Yes.
Cheese on them. That's funny.
That's how you do it. And the Cyclops dates back to 1955.
Yeah.
So
Wow, 1955.
yeah, the ride, the Spookorama ride was built in 1955.
Oh wow.
And that head, you can see the Cyclops head inside the Coney Island art project, the history project over there on West 12. But I wish it's a shame they did this.
Lots of mermaid themes around.
Yeah, we love the mermaid out here. This is the land of the mermaid.
And what's the parade that happens
So
every
this is
single?
the Mermaid Parade, and that is the United States' largest art parade. And the last Mermaid Parade we had over 700,000 people showed up.
Wow, that's a lot. That's already reaching to one of the larger ones.
Yes. And I'm very happy to say that Macy's invited the Mermaid Parade down for our Thanksgiving Day Parade this year. So
Right.
we still got a little bit of the Mermaid Parade this year. And that usually happens on the summer solstice, the Saturday of the summer solstice in June.
A few people are asking what are tags. Tags are the graffiti names or
a tag is like a
phrases.
quick name,
Yeah.
like a scribble of a name.
Here's one. This is a tag.
Yeah, this is definitely a tag.
The mural is what's usually painted more elaborately.
And it's actually a great mural around the other side of the building here. This is Pete's Clam House.
Zoning is there any zoning changes?
There's a lot of
Patricia's
zoning
asking.
changes coming. You see that big empty lot over there?
Yeah.
We're going to build a 37-story tall building.
Oh my God.
I'm looking forward to that.
37 stories.
37 stories.
Oh wow.
And then also Rita's too. Rita's is coming down also. And it's going to be another tall building, but we don't know how tall it's going to be.
And we're pretty close to Totono's, one of the
Totono's is on the other side of the block.
one of the original 5 pizzaiolos.
That's right.
So let's show Nathan's. Kathy, thank you so much for 100 stars. If anyone left a super chat, do let me know. And do you have any tip link?
Or
PayPal
go to
link?
my YouTube. Oh, my PayPal is
Yeah.
paypal.me/DutchMoz. And,
Okay.
and go to my subscribe to me on my YouTube, youtube.com/DutchMoz. That's better.
You're really enjoying this. PayPal.me/DutchMoz and YouTube DutchMoz.
Yeah.
All right, I got to put on my gloves and my mittens because it's
Your
crazy,
hands-
crazy cold. So, let's go down here. So this is where the whale was. We're gonna talk about that.
This is the Nathan. So not the originator of the hot dog, but close to it.
You can hold this as I put on my.
Oh, so this is the setup you got here. Ah, I'm learning all the tricks.
Do you use a gimbal or no?
I do. I have this exact same gimbal here.
Oh, nice.
And I use one of those splitters to.
We'll use a splitter. For what?
Yeah, the splitter for the microphone and then for the power. I just stay plugged in the whole time.
Oh, that's why you usually do like very long live streams.
Yeah.
Right?
3 hours is fun. Yeah, Nathan's is open. Nathan's is open. Nathan's is one of the few things that stayed open during the pandemic. But from 1916,
Wait, it's actually open right now.
it is open right now. You're hungry? Yeah.
I'm hungry, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're brave for no gloves, no hat. Hardcore New Yorker right here.
It's not cold enough yet for me to wear gloves.
So what's the history with Nathan's?
So Nathan's, you have Nathan Handworker. He used to work over down the block at Feltman's. And Feltman's in 1867, that's where the modern hot dog was invented.
Yeah.
But he decided to open up his own hot dog place, and history. This has been here ever since. There's a great movie called Famous Nathan that goes into the history of Nathan Handworker and his wife and the whole.
Is it a documentary?
It's
or?
a documentary.
Fascinating. I'm gonna check that out.
Called Famous Nathan.
And basically this became very popular also because of the German American population
That's right.
that started flooding in the 1800s.
That's right.
And I assume some of them were coming here to hang out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It was a little bit of home, you know, for a lot of those newly arrived immigrants. But for most of us New Yorkers and Brooklynites,
Yeah.
it was this exotic food, you know, it's easy to carry, you know, and you could have a beer in one hand and a hot dog in another and enjoy yourself.
It's so exotic that I forgot exactly what was the president. I think it might have been FDR or one of them. The Queen came over and the King of England
Okay.
came over and they gave them a true American meal. And that true American meal was the hot dog.
It's American. Oh no.
The Queen politely ate it.
Yeah.
But the King actually asked for seconds. If anyone,
Wow.
if anyone could remind me what was the president and what was the king at that time.
Yeah. I want to know.
Do you want to grab one? It's on me.
Why not?
Yeah.
Let's go. I won't say no to a hot dog. Let's see the Nathan's view.
How do you have your hot dog?
Huh?
How do you have your hot dog?
I'm a child, so I like mustard and ketchup.
Okay, cool. Uh-oh. That's like fighting words for
Yes, I
many New
know.
Yorkers. I don't care, but a lot of New Yorkers are like anti-ketchup.
Oh yes,
Oh,
because
we
ketchup
have-
is for kids.
We have music. Okay, everyone, this is live. So we encountered some Rihanna, and Rihanna's fierce. Not just because she's a great singer and personality, but she will copyright you.
She will come down with the copyright card.
So I'm gonna go back inside and buy the hot dogs, but Dutch Boss is taking over. Ask Dutch anything. He's
Ask me anything.
5-year live streamer, old school New Yorker, New Yorican. Ask him anything about that, and I'll let him take the reign. I'll be back.
Thanks, Ariel.
And actually, I'm gonna put this other mic on you.
All right. Throw it on.
Just hold it on you.
Boom.
All right, perfect.
All right. All right, guys. Mustard for you, Nibble. Bienvenue, Nibble. All right. Good to see you, John. There are a few videos narrated by Henry Morgan. Oh, interesting. Interesting collab indeed, Desert. We got a chili dog for Wendy. That's a lot of food. Good to see you, Arlene. Do I stream trucks? I don't stream trucks. Oh, I do stream trucks, yes, on a simulator. When did I start my tours? I've been a tour guide here in New York for 9 years. Good to see you, Ronald. Good to see you, Gigi. Yeah, yes. As they redo the street here. Good to see you, Brian. 5-cent hot dogs on Thursdays. Are there still creatures living in this water? Yes, there is, Linda, lots. We actually had we have dolphin sightings in the regular on Sundays. And we did have a whale sighting a few months ago. Thank you so much, Wendy. It is kind of weird taking over someone else's stream, Jim. Good to see you, Jim. Venture Gaming, good to see you. Deming, hello. I try to read all the comments. Have I got on a roller coaster? Yes, many times. I used to live stream from a roller coaster. Good to see you out there in Puerto Rico. Who's out there? The Boss, welcome. What's the best wiener? Nathan's, of course. I wasn't born in Puerto Rico. I was born here in Brooklyn. Good to see you, John. Yes, Donald Trump is floating in the river. I don't know about that. Ask those workers to give you a wave. I think they're in the zone. I think they're in the zone right now. Good to see you, Kenya. They're in the zone fixing the street. I'm the new urbanist, yeah. Was there a haunted house in Coney Island? Yes, there used to be. Yes, there used to be. Not anymore, though. Sabret's is pretty good. Good to see you, Joe. Sabret's is it's all right. Yeah, no, the police didn't stop me. No, they didn't, Alec. No police stopped me. No, no, no. Good to see you, Love Simova. Do I go swimming here? Yes. If so, what bay? Usually bay 4 or by maybe 22nd Streets. Last night stream was fun. Oh, Daytona's or Defara? I have to say Defara. I have to say Defara. What's my favorite place in New York? Coney Island or Central Park? Big fan of my channel. Thank you so much, Tom. No sunset today. No, no sunset today. What's my favorite part of Coney Island? The Amusement District. The Amusement District is my favorite spot. I come out here. We have our big mermaid parade right here. And does Feltman still have a shop behind? No, Feltman's is long gone. Feltman's is long gone. Good to see you, Shirley. Any truck game tonight? Maybe. The aquarium is open. The aquarium is open, and they have limited capacity. So it's actually a nice time to go to the museum or to go to the aquarium. What's my favorite wiener topping? Hot dog and mustard and ketchup. Mustard and ketchup. Yeah, in the late 50s there was a few haunted homes. Good to see you. Doing great, Lisa. Actually had a tour this morning. I wasn't used to it. Yes, I am a Mets fan. I love to lose. And yes, the MCU Park where the Cyclones play is right down the block. Not that far. Oh, I would love to do that, Chesterfield. I'm all about the roller coasters. Always good about the roller coasters. Right. Oh, we got it.
Hot dogs. Enjoy.
Hey. Yes, they do still have raw oysters. My dad likes those raw oysters. I'm not a fan of them.
Here, not in here or
in there, yeah. Really? They got raw oysters in here.
They have quite an extensive setup.
Yeah. Our tour is good to see you, Rick. Our tour is picking up. Not really. In time, they will.
Right where the dead whale used to be.
You know, I'm so happy you know about the dead whale because not that many people know about the dead whale. It was very exciting. All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking over. Everyone give it up for Dutch Boss for taking over.
Trying to answer all the comments.
You guys ask him good questions, you better have some.
They ask me okay questions. Ask me all right questions.
All right, now for a hot dog tasting before we walk around a little bit more.
You did a great Bernie pose, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
That was great Bernie pose.
right.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right, so yours is the.
Oh, you got the sauerkraut. See,
I
I don't like sauerkraut.
I got classic sauerkraut and I asked for relish, but they gave me relish packets, so I'm not gonna put that on.
So lazy in there.
Yo, there's like. I started speaking a little bit in New York. I was like, yo, there's about like 20 employees there, and only one person taking orders,
Makes sense.
and they're all like kind of like looking around. All right, go for it. Man.
All right. So this is our delicacy. The Coney Island delicacy.
I mean, the King of England ate this. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to hide the wind. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, let's try it out.
They have beers here, but they're gigantic.
Oh,
These are good.
yeah? They're very good, but actually very juicy.
Yes.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting too much. I only had them like once before. I usually, yep. I mean, after having something like Criff Dogs or Grace Papaya,
Yeah.
no, or Papaya King.
Papaya King.
specifically.
Papaya King's better than Grace.
Yeah, they're just so good. I just don't feel like I could go to Nathan's, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised. It
Yeah.
comes close to Papaya King.
Considering how long they make you wait.
Yeah, yeah, precisely. And of course, it's with that normal hot dog bun, but it has a nice little snap to it, which is nice.
We still do have the hot dog eating contest. Actually, this year in the pandemic, it happened in this building.
Oh,
And these are they're on a what was it there? They're not steamed.
so as we're as we're eating this, right now, let's talk about a very good story to have while eating, which is about the whale.
So happy you know about this. Not that many people know
You
this
guys,
story.
you guys, all right, prepare yourself. Do you really want to know about the whale? We're at the spot of the whale, and
Literally right here.
usually I don't think it's actually, I'm being sarcastic, it's usually not the best thing to listen to while eating, but I mean, we're here. So let us know. Put a whale emoji and press that like button. Let us know if you're a team like whale. And you'll learn about the whale. It's kind of a crazy story.
So I tried to get inside the Sideshows by the seashore.
Let's go.
Unfortunately, they wouldn't let us. They won't let me film in there.
Okay.
I tried my best to get you guys museum access today. Next time. Next time when COVID restrictions.
Oh. The whale.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh well, there was a whale that evidently beached in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
In the 70s or the 60s? 70s.
I think it's around there. Yeah, it's probably a little bit earlier. Yeah.
Right. When Coney Island was in a really weird place, and a
Yeah.
whale washed ashore here, and they decided to put it on display because people want to see a big whale. And did it explode? Right.
So it was the son of Nathan's,
Right. It was
and he really wanted. Oh, there's a cat.
Nathan's cat.
Yeah, a whale washed up ashore, and people started like ogling it. It was like, ooh, oh, this is nice. This is really interesting. And Nathan's was already starting to lose popularity. There was not that many customers coming in. I'm not sure exactly what happened in the late 60s. Or
It was a dangerous thing.
That's most likely the case. Yeah, it's like the Warriors. People are not going to have a nice hot dog
Like-
when someone can mug you.
Well, in April
Yeah.
1968, there was a race riot.
Right.
That started right here.
There we go.
So ended up on the subway. Yeah. Crazy.
So Nathan's son is trying so bad to follow his family's legacy, and he sees this washed up ashore whale, and he has a genius idea, or potentially the worst idea on earth, to take the whale, the dead whale, and put it right here, right where we're sitting, right here, right next to the store.
Literally.
In order to gain press and in order to gain customers.
No.
But the thing is, what happens when you see a dead whale? First, it starts getting bloated. Second, the smell
Yeah.
starts filling up the air. So I don't think you would want to smell dead whale while eating a nice hot dog. Even just thinking about it right now, I'm already feeling the hot dog coming up.
tastes like whale.
So the whale keeps bloating, and most people, you know, they haven't encountered a dead whale because it's
Had
kind of
no
rare.
idea. They had no idea.
It's rare, especially here in New York City. A whale's not meant to be dead on shore. So it kept getting bigger and bigger. Nathan's son is like, oh yes, we got a big whale here. It's getting bigger by the day. Come along, bring your family. And then one day the whale, boom, explodes. Whale carcass surrounds the entire street.
Anything to see that. Oh.
And the smell fills the entire island, or what used to
A good
be
chunk
an
of the
island.
amusement district. Yeah, they all smelled it around here.
They all smell it. So that was the marketing campaign behind the whale.
This is what, late 60s, early 70s. It was in that weird time where nobody wanted to come down here. There was a terrible period between the late 60s and into the 70s where it was, you wouldn't want to come down here. It was gangs all ran around here. And
Exactly. All right, now let's continue walking around.
mask up. And now, this is the best thing about Nathan's and having a mask.
Yeah.
I'm going to smell Nathan's for the rest of the
right.
How long did it take? I believe it took like a week to clean up. It took a long time. It took a long time.
Stuck for a while.
Yeah. Poor whale. It was already dead, Claire. But you know, no rest for the wicked. No rest for the dead. I guess. I don't know.
So how would you rank this in hot dogs, classic hot dogs in New York?
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a solid 8.
Yeah.
You know, but like you mentioned, all the other premium hot dog places like Crypt Dog and all that. So.
I mean, these guys want some. Yeah, I would put this a distant fourth. Yeah. I mean, have you tried Feltman's
Yes.
revitalization? I'm not sure. Reboot. Yeah.
I had the Feltmans when they had it at the Luna Park, and then I got it from the store. And I actually, for a home hot dog, if you can find them in your store, I highly recommend them because it's all natural tasting, the original formula from 1867. So it's actually really good. And I wish it was Thursday, because if it was Thursday, we could have went down to the brewery and had a beer.
So the brewery's closed on
Brewery is only open on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from noon to 6 o'clock.
Oh, that's a shame.
So, but if we would have went there, all my friends would have been there. We could have got you some more exclusives.
Oh yeah, that would be good. I actually went there with a tour guide who used to do New York local tours.
Nice.
4 years ago. He also knew the people behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's all women run the brewery, Coney Island Brewery, so they're so great.
Susu says, "Hey Dutch, great to meet you finally in person." That was Susu who we met at the beginning.
Awesome! I'm glad to meet you too.
Is Nathan's better than Grace Papaya? In my opinion, no.
No, it's about the same. Yeah, it's like
For me, number 1 is Papaya King. Number 2 is Criff Dogs. Number 3 is Grace Papaya, and they're all very close. Number 4 is Feltman's, and number 5, very distantly, is Nathan's. How about you?
I mean, I don't. Hot dog's a hot dog.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not very picky.
Okay. Touche.
It's like, here's our front of the Nathan. Here's our El Dorado. Bump your ass off.
Ah, there you go.
Bump your ass off.
So did this ever become a red light district in the 70s, like many other?
I mean, in the 1860s, it was kind of like a red light district.
Oh, really?
So in the days of John Y. McCain, the West End, where the amusement started in the 1840s, that becomes where the prostitutes are, the brothels, all that fun stuff. The rich folk will be over on the eastern end, so your Oriental, Manhattan Beach, Brighton hotels, we're all over there. And then this middle area, because they didn't want to be referred to as the West End, this was called West Brighton. So the amusement district was West Brighton, and this is where regular families, working families, could come, recreate, and be away from the gambling, be away from the rich folk, kind of in between the two.
I see, because Rockaway was trying to become more of the rich man's resort.
Yeah.
So they want to be a little bit closer to that area.
That's right.
And where was the elephant? The elephant was around
Right here.
Right here.
Right around the corner. So this is West 12th Street.
Where Taco Bell used to be, right?
So no, on the other side. So just behind where the
Okay.
train tracks are,
Yeah.
that would have been where the Elephant Hotel was.
Oh, fascinating. So describe what was the elephant.
Elephant Hotel was this. If you ever seen the elephant in Cape May, New Jersey, like this one was like twice its size. And each leg, like one leg was a hotel, one leg was a museum that showed the Elephant Hotel, and then
Wow, they function as their own buildings.
yes, and then one of the legs was a brothel, to say the least. It was where people went to go get drunk and hang out with women, and then eventually there will be a roller coaster built around the Elephant Hotel, the scenic railway.
Oh wow.
And that's one of the first roller coasters. The first roller coaster was further down the Marcus Thompson Switchback Railway.
And then it got lit in a blaze.
Yes,
Yeah.
it burned down. It only lasted for about, I think, 7 years until the elephant burned down. But seeing the elephant was the terminology when you came to Coney. It's like, everybody will see the elephant.
Right.
And there is one building left over from the Elephant Hotel era.
Yeah.
It's right down the block over here. But this is our historic Childs on Surf building. This was built in 1919 or 1918, and this is where our Circus Sideshow is. Coney Island, USA, my freak bar.
And this is open, like usually open.
This
during
is
the sun.
usually open.
And here we have the Mermaid Parade.
Mermaid
poster.
Parade. This year we had a tail-a-thon.
Tail-a-thon. Competing who has the best tail.
Yes. Trying to raise some money for this place. This building is landmarked.
Oh, I see. And what they used to be back in the day?
So at one point, this was a restaurant called Isles. Later on, it becomes a jazz club.
Jazz club. Oh, interesting.
And then over the years, it was a army recruiting station and a Taco Bell and a bunch of other things until it becomes a lovely landmark building. The museum's upstairs, and down here's the free bar. And then behind is our Circus Sideshow Theater. This is the only Circus Sideshow in the world with a permanent address.
Were you able to bring your tour group in here?
Yes. No, this is where we started. This is where the tour group was actually.
Oh.
This is where we got together. It was
I see.
right here. And then these beautiful banners. These are done by Marie Roberts. They take a licking, these
Beautiful, yeah.
banners here. But this is like the old school form. But
Yeah.
here, during normal times, we have sideshow school, so you can learn how to swallow swords and breathe fire and contort your belt.
We have the half man, half woman, the very, very hairy guy.
Wolfman.
Wolfman, thank you. And this is the guy with the claws?
Yeah. I would say that's the guy with the claws.
Yeah.
These are all
And-
based
oh.
off of real people.
We have the guy with from P.T. Barnum, Tiny Tim? I forgot his name. No, it's not Tiny Tim.
What, General Tom Thumb?
General Tom Thumb. That's him.
Yeah.
General Tom Thumb. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the little guy, yeah.
Yeah, because he used to dress as Napoleon.
That's right.
And Napoleon hated that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But normally there's somebody during the summertime, there'd be somebody out here yelling, saying, "Come on into the show!
Yeah.
Come on in!" So hopefully when everything gets back to normal.
And here we have the old ticket booth.
Well, this is not an old ticket booth. This
Yeah.
has a funny story. So if you
Oh,
ever seen
interesting.
the,
Okay.
if you ever seen the movie Wonder Wheel,
Yeah.
with the Woody Allen movie, this was a prop from the movie.
Oh, so
And-
they recreated a ticket booth.
And they recreated an old school ticket booth. It was, I think it was a palm reading. It's originally said, and the ticket sign came from another prop.
Yeah.
But we saw it, and we found out they were going to trash it, so we took it.
Oh.
And it's been here ever since.
And did you see the movie?
Yes.
What,
I met Kate Winslet. She was really nice.
Oh, nice. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, she was really, really nice.
Did you enjoy the movie? Would you recommend it?
For the Coney Island CG, seeing the parachute jump working and everything,
It
that's
was worth it, yeah.
the fun part. But like the storyline itself was kind of like,
Yeah. It was like a movie that was
best.
pretty much forgotten.
yeah.
So, Circus Sideshow.
And yeah, just right inside there is our Sideshow Theater, which we are getting ready. We are building a live stream layer.
A live stream, really?
Yes, I've been helping these guys get into the next century here, getting them live streaming and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they should allow people to come in with videos so
Yeah.
they could get more press as well.
So we're looking into now broadcasting out our shows. So that is going to come in the very near future.
Oh, that's smart. Blockhead,
The
interesting.
human blockhead. If you ever did the
Yeah.
COVID test,
Yeah.
you have done human blockhead.
Fascinating.
So
So where would you like to walk? Do you have any?
let's go down this narrow alleyway here. Freak
Cool.
out everyone on screen.
Luckily, you're not that type of live streamer.
No. No, I don't go bothering people. I do get drunk sometimes and sing and all that.
I get very sober and start singing as well. So
Yes.
I feel
I do more crazy stuff when I'm sober than when I'm drunk. And then here's Lonely Zoltar. If you come here to Coney, it's not about Zoltar.
Yeah.
And we did not film the movie Big here. That was in Rye Playland.
So what is Zoltar?
So Zoltar is a fortune teller.
And apparently it's haunted, right? This
Kind
one?
of. Supposedly. There's like 5 of him here.
Okay.
There's like 5 of these guys. The one you want to go see is inside Dino's.
Okay.
Grandma's Predictions. Dates back to the 1920s. And she is a Hurricane Sandy survivor.
Oh, fascinating.
So she's directly underneath the Wonder Wheel. Unfortunately, it's all closed off, but when everything opens up, you'll be able to say hello to Grandma.
So here's Zoltar. Zoltar is basically like a monkey's
What
paw.
are you waiting for? Come on over.
We have...
For a small fee, Zoltar will give you a wealth of wisdom.
That's awesome. And here we have, he has a few tarot cards, a business card. Do a question. Oh no.
No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I'm not ready to tempt
You
fate.
have to come here. Everyone has to come here in the summertime to go see Grandma.
There's another Zoltar down
Yeah,
here.
there's another. Like I said, there's 5 of them.
Oh wow.
There's like 5 of them.
That's so cool. So Zoltar, the some of the lore is that he's like a monkey's paw. Monkey's paw is where you do a wish, but it takes something from you. So if you make a wish to Zoltar, it might take something from you.
That's right.
Who knows?
Remember that episode of The Simpsons? Remember that episode of The Simpsons?
No.
There was one where the monkey hand and it gave him wishes.
Yes.
Treehouse Horror. I don't forget which one. Treehouse
And it
Horror.
becomes its own sentient being.
Yeah.
With a monkey paw neighborhood.
Yes.
Yeah. Lisa says Zoltar freaks me out.
Yeah.
Wendy says I'll pass. And here's like the very scary ride, right?
Yeah, well, here, this is Jones Walk.
Yeah.
This is the best example of what it was like to get to the beach before there was a boardwalk. So, back in the day, you had to come to these narrow little walks here, and you'll have everyone yelling at you.
Yeah.
You know, you want $5, play the game, ride the ride, do something. And they will get basically hassled until you got all the way up to the beach and out to the water.
So you will have a lot of hawkers, like people
the
trying
whole
to
way.
get you to play games and
The
things like
whole
that.
way.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
Ooh, classic neon sign.
Classic neon.
Zoom in on that.
And I cannot wait to see this on again. And Dino's is doing a great jop.
Any of them protected, if you know?
No. Unfortunately, this is not protected at all, but the family who runs this is keeping this in pristine shape. And if it lasts another 10 years, who is to say this is not going to be landmark?
Yeah, because we already have the Pepsi Cola sign landmark, and there's like, I think 1 or 2 other neon signs in Manhattan that are landmark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's zoom in here.
These are 5 Dinos. Now, Dinos...
And down there is the Hell Ride.
Right, no, not the Hell Ride, the Spookarama.
Spookarama, okay.
Spookarama.
Hell Ride is from Final Destination,
That's right.
actually.
But Spookarama,
Zoom in.
1955.
All right, everyone, shh. Don't tell anyone that.
I know the family, it's okay. DJ won't care.
All right. Summer, thank you so much for the 50 stars.
A very famous band called LFO filmed the music video.
LMFAO?
You know, LFO. Summer Girls.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that. It was like
I don't remember too much.
2 seconds.
But over here during the summertime, I hear a lot of South American music and Central American music.
Yes.
And there's like burbusas and
That's further
Salvadorian
down.
treats.
Yeah, that's further down.
Okay.
That's on the next block now. You know the good food spots down here. This is good.
So is it becoming also like a hangout for a lot of the Hispanic Americans that are moving in Brooklyn?
Always, yeah. I mean, it always has been a spot for Hispanic families to hang out.
Or for general immigrant families, right?
immigrant families,
the
yeah.
entire history of it.
Yeah.
So it started with Germans, then later Irish and Italians, and Jewish.
And then Jewish.
And then now Puerto Ricans later in the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, everyone. I mean, my dad was in a biker gang, so it was.
Oh, that's awesome.
In the 70s.
Is your dad also New Rican?
Yeah. Oh, he's from Aguadilla.
Aguadilla, okay. But was he raised here?
No. He
okay.
was born in Puerto Rico here in the 50s.
Oh, cool.
But this is the back entrance to Luna. This is our tickler.
A tickler. Fascinating name.
The orange car spins around the most. Can't wait to ride all these rides again.
And you do live streaming on these rides.
I try to do
if
live
they
streaming
allow
on these
you.
rides. Now,
Now we are in a creepy alleyway.
now this is the creepy alleyway that was promising. And to our left, this is the oldest building in Coney Island.
All right, let's take a look.
So let's get to the street here so you can get a better look. Hey, you can look from right there.
Look at that.
So this is called the Grashhorn Building.
Fascinating. Oh, we're gonna get a better look. Yeah.
This was originally a hardware store.
Delaire says YouTube is seriously giving me all these New York City live streamers. Thank you. Here's a sub.
I know you guys are enjoying this lately.
Well, here you get 2 subs for 1 because
That's right.
make sure you're a sub to Dutch Moz.
So, this building was built in 1895. So this building was up at the same time as the Elephant Hotel across the street.
Oh, fascinating.
And
Wow, that's
there-
very old.
And there is a picture
Yeah.
of this building with the Elephant Hotel taken from the Iron Tower, where roughly the aquarium is today.
Right.
And unfortunately, lovely Joe Sitt, he bought this building, never really did anything to it. We tried to get it landmarked for 3 years, but unfortunately there's nothing left other than the skeleton that could let it be landmarked. So there's nothing really left to save, unfortunately. But have you ever seen the TV show Bored to Death?
Yes.
Now, this was its last use. This was the Susquehanna Hat Company. This is where C.C. Keach ran a hat store.
Well,
It's
they
right
filmed
here.
it here. It was that season 2 or 3?
Two.
Two.
It was the last episode.
There was only 2 seasons. Yeah.
It was the last couple of episodes.
You are the only other person, only other
I
human being
love Bored to Death.
that
I
has
missed
mentioned
that
Bored
show.
to Death. So everyone, right now, big, gigantic recommendation if you love New York City. Watch the HBO show Bored to Death. It's gonna do the opposite. It's false advertising. Because it is a hipster noir tale. Like
Yes.
it's like modern New York City noir. It's really fun. Highly recommend. It stars Jason Schwartzman and has a bunch of other awesome actors.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I missed that show.
It is one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Literally,
Yeah.
that was the last use of this building. It was used in the show, and then after that, they boarded it all up.
And then across the street we have it used to be a Grimaldi's. Where is it?
Oh, Grimaldi's is further down the
Grimaldi's,
block. Yeah,
okay.
they had a wacky thing. They didn't pay their lease or something like that. So they got the boots.
And here we have a IHOP.
And now the IHOP, where this IHOP is, this used to be the entrance to the original Luna Park.
Okay.
So here would have been the columns and the big things, and you walk through there, and then the park was where all these big buildings are.
Wow, we landfilled quite a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's impressive. And here we have the modern Luna Park.
This is the modern Luna Park. Now this is built on the site of the original Feltman's. So here's where Feltman's used to be. And the hot dog was invented here in 1867. And if you can imagine Feltman's, where we're standing right here, the entrance to this massive wooden building would have been a 2-story tall brass carousel.
Fascinating.
And then behind there would have been a beer garden and places to relax and a formal restaurant. And now this is your showcase park.
And also first uses of electricity.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
it was a big deal.
It was a huge. Well, it was a showpiece with the park being entirely lit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. For the Edison company, I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. When Luna Park opened up, the original Luna Park opened up, it was about showing off electricity. But before Luna Park even opened, they had a bit of a very weird way of promoting this new thing called Luna Park.
Yeah.
So there was this big elephant. Her name was Topsy.
Oh yeah.
And Topsy helped move some of the rides. So Thompson and Dundee had a ride called the Trip to the Moon ride, and that was over in Steeplechase. But when they saw how popular Steeplechase got, they were like, we're going to build our own park. And so they had Topsy move the Trip to the Moon ride from there to here. Topsy wasn't treated very well. She was quite abused. They kept on feeding her lit cigars and stuff like that.
Oh.
So she injured a few men, killed somebody else, and then they were going to put her down. They gave her poisoned carrots. Nope, didn't kill her.
Didn't work. Yeah.
So Mr. Edison had a lovely idea. He said, let's make a spectacle out of this. So to promote the power generation properties of this thing called Luna Park,
Right.
in 1903, they electrocuted Topsy, and they used one of the first motion picture cameras used in an outdoor setting. So it's one of the first times a film. It's actually one of the first is on the beach. But,
Is it a surviving film?
and it is on YouTube.
Oh wow, you can
It's on
actually see
YouTube,
it. Oh.
and They basically, the Topsy's handler refused to be there.
Yeah, of course.
He didn't want to see it, so he walked off. He quit his job that day. And the Edison Company, with the help of folks who work here at the original Luna, they put her on a big metal plate, rolled the camera, and Topsy was killed in about 15 seconds.
Oh, that's so sad.
So, but if you go up to the museum, there's a kinescope, and the whole thing, it's basically a big display for a penny. You can see Topsy getting killed. But the kinescope display has a painting of Topsy with angel wings flying away. It's so sad. But
and probably some inspiration for Dumbo.
Yes.
The movie,
Yes.
Fascinating. Just add a little tidbit to that story. The reason Edison was so hell-bent on electrocuting a massive elephant was because he wanted to show the power.
That's right.
The deadly power of AC, alternating current, which wasn't his. It was Nikola Tesla's and the Westinghouse Company. So, in essence, showing this terrible murder on screen was showing people how terrible Tesla and the Westinghouse were.
We were weird back in those days.
Yeah, right. I mean, this sounded like there was a period in Coney Island's history where it was just pure hedonism.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the vibe I get.
John Y. McCain actually said on the record that there should be places of prostitution here in Coney Island.
Ooh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, there was a place for it, and gambling. My couch. I miss my couch.
Wendy says, why would anyone watch that? Yeah. What do you think, if you were to speculate?
It was to show the power. It was to really just show the power and understand that an elephant, besides being a big animal and this big beautiful thing, it was like a horse. It was like a working tool. So
some people saw it as property.
Yeah, for property, exactly.
That's that. Yeah.
So she wasn't really given her own as a being. So but it was just, the spectacle of it all, to see light bulbs, to see light at night, and that's why people came out here.
And that's what made certain powers that be in Brooklyn nervous about how Coney Island could get a little bit too wild.
Yeah. I mean, Robert Moses.
Robert would be one of them, right?
Yeah, Robert Moses. He built a footbridge just to keep people out of Coney Island.
Oh, fascinating.
So straight the subway into the aquarium. Don't mess around with the amusement district. And there was a period where they were going to level all of this and build a parking lot. Thanks, Robert Moses.
Well, I mean, even though some terrible things were done here, let's not destroy everything.
Let's not destroy everything. But
so here we have the Cyclone.
The 93-year-old Cyclone, built in 1927.
So a landmark.
Yeah, landmark, 85 feet tall. Top speed 61 miles an hour. It's a hybrid structure, so this track is wooden and the structure itself is wood and steel. And if you notice, there's all new track. So after the drop, it's all new track around the whole ride here. They spent the last 5 years, or more than that, 6 years, retracking the whole ride. So the ride is smoother and faster than ever. It's 11.5 seconds faster than it was in 2011.
So how was it riding it pre-2011?
Really rough.
Okay.
To give you an idea how rough it was, at the bottom of the first drop, there was no pilings to hold up the track, so the track would bounce against the sand when you came down. And now the ride beats you up in another way.
Let me get you on this side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you ride this ride late in the day, especially on a humid day, this thing will go so fast. It could really hurt you if you're not ready for it. If you're gonna ride this and you're not knowing where's the best place to sit, the easiest place to sit.
Yeah.
And I know this sounds weird, guys. The front row. The smoothest, calmest part is the front. The middle is, it's okay.
The back has more thrust, right?
The back kicks your behind.
Yeah.
It could beat you up big time.
Oh no. And there's a lot of like myths within New Yorkers of terrible, horrible accidents. Cue the sirens that we won't describe, but are they true?
Some of them are true. I mean, the majority of people who got killed on this ride.
Okay, so deaths have happened.
Oh, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a New York City urban legend.
No. Most people, for some reason in the late 70s, so 1975, this ride was almost bulldozed.
Okay.
And luckily people saved the ride. But by the late 70s, the ride is up and running again. And there was, don't ask me why people did this, but what people used to do is on the way up the chain hill, they would somehow get out of their restraint and switch cars and then quickly get into another bench and then go down and do the whole ride.
Oh, goddamn.
And whenever people couldn't get to the next bench to sit in time, they would either get thrown off on that end over there or on that end over there on Surf Avenue.
So they'll just almost be catapulted.
Yeah, they would be catapulted. Yeah, be thrown off.
Fascinating. Oh,
And I forgot the movie, but they did rig the ride to shoot off the cars off into Surf Avenue.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the movie though.
Oh.
But most of the people who died on the ride died because they were doing stupid stuff.
And what was the most recent one?
The last death. It's kind of sad.
Let's not describe the details. But
I'm not going to go too much into detail, but basically, this was when Astroland still was running the ride. And basically, at the bottom of the first drop, the track got misaligned.
Yeah.
So when the train came down, it came to a complete stop. And there was a tourist from Japan on the ride, and he was in his 60s, mid-60s. He broke a couple of ribs, and he eventually, in the hospital, he passed away.
Oh, okay. Wasn't as gruesome as I thought it was going to be. Okay, I see. That's very sad that the person passed away.
Yeah.
But why do you like it, aside from the terrible things? The sirens are now away, so why do you like it?
Why do I like it? Because it gives you a different ride almost every time.
Yeah.
Depending on the time of day, depending on how hot it is, how humid it is, it's a different ride every time. And you never get tired of it. And I like to say personally, the Cyclone's my chiropractor, and the Wonder Wheel is my therapist. So between these two, I'm good.
I love that.
And
that's a very, very clever.
Yeah. And I mean, and for the people who could, I love live streaming on this ride because for a lot of people who never rode it, they get to ride it. So that was one thing I always love doing that. If I can do it again, I will, but
exactly, yeah.
Until operations, not this.
Right.
And look, if you see something kind of funny here, a little bit of Central Park here in Coney Island. These little kiddie rides right here.
Yeah.
These are from Victorian Gardens.
Victorian Gardens.
The amusement park in Wallman Rink, the Kate Wallman Rink.
Oh, fascinating.
So the Trump organization didn't run the concession very well, so they decided to close Victorian Gardens. So they brought some of the rides here to Coney.
When did Victorian Gardens close?
Last summer.
Yeah, because I remember seeing it last year. Yeah,
last summer. And that was our last year of operation.
Alexander asked, did you ever feel sick riding any of these rides?
No. Well, the spinny ones, yes.
Yes.
The spinny ones.
Like these type of rides.
Well, these are the kiddie rides, but I'll show you the ride that gives me nightmares. Right here.
And Barry says the Final Destination ride is, they kind of make a loose reference to the Spookorama.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's like Final Destination 3.
Yeah, Final Destination. I can't say that.
Right. Veronica says one time was enough for her for the Cyclone.
Yeah. My record on live stream was 10 times.
10 times in a row.
Yeah.
I did Nitro 4 times in a row.
Ooh, that's a good ride though.
Yeah, it's like a fun ride.
Breathe.
You kind of get addicted to it. Yeah.
This is the swinging pendulum thing that's called Luna 360.
Yeah.
So it spins around and it also goes upside down.
Oh my god.
And my good friend Jim, who's in the chat.
No hot dogs before then.
Yeah, no, he made me ride this once, and this literally gives me nightmares.
Hey Jim, welcome.
I will never ride this ever again. I will never ride. And then here's our new ride, the Coney Clipper.
Coney Clipper,
where it's like a boat ride, and supposedly if you scream loud enough.
Oh, is this the one that almost feels like you're going upside down?
Yeah, almost feels like you're going upside down.
Yeah, they have like a bigger one here in Great Adventure.
Yes.
6 Flags, yeah. So let me actually just, because we're watching from all around the world. Six Flags Great Adventure right now for many New Yorkers is the popular theme park.
That's right.
That's where, especially if you're a teenager or older, that's where you go. And they have the largest, the fastest roller coaster, and I think the tallest roller coaster.
Yes.
In the world.
In the world.
Yeah.
King the Car.
King the Car, yeah.
Yes. I'm very happy to say I have been on a rollback on that ride, and it was like, it was so lucky. Intense. It was so awesome.
So this one, did this ride originate here? Do you know?
No. The swinging ship ride, no.
No.
This came from other places.
But there was a few rides that did originate here.
Yeah, it's like the Whip.
The Whip, okay.
The Whip, that's a Mangles ride.
Okay.
And of course the modern roller coaster. Modern roller coaster meaning like there's wheels underneath a track that holds train on their modern roller coaster, not the ones that went down the ice mountains in Russia. You know, those were. But actually, on this site here,
Lock flume?
the Lock Flume. Let me see. I don't think that was originated here, but I mean the chutes over in Luna.
And there was the hunchback roller coaster, the one that's just like
yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like. Yeah. But on this site here,
okay.
Before the cyclone, there was the Giant Racer, and that was the largest wooden roller coaster in the world at its time. That was 1910.
Yeah.
And then before that, the second looping roller coaster. Here, it's called the Loop. It was 2 loops.
Oh, where is it?
And it would have been here, where roughly the cyclone is today.
Okay.
And this would have been Dreamland. So Dreamland was off in this direction here. And the Loop, that elliptical loop, so it didn't snap your neck like the Flip Flap, which was across the street over in Luna.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, the Flip Flap was the first looping roller coaster.
Yeah.
But the loop was a perfect circle. So if you didn't go into the ride leaning your head forward, your head will go back and maybe snap.
And they realized that was dangerous.
About 2 years later.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, that's why it's always all ovals now.
That's right.
Oh.
And that's what they perfected here.
Okay.
It was a dual loop called the Loop. So I'll give anything to see that stuff. I'll give anything to see that stuff. I really do.
Let us know, everyone. Do you go on these new rides yourselves? Would you be willing to try out a new type of ride, like a perfectly round loop?
Never again.
Now, after hearing these stories, I'm like, maybe not.
It's fine. If you don't see anyone die on there, it's fine.
I mean, when I first rode the Nitro in Six Flags, it broke down.
Okay.
Yeah, and the story went like national, but no one got hurt or anything.
No.
But I remember me and my friends were like nervous as F to ride the Nitro, and one particular friend was being very tough, like like New Yorkers, like right. I'm gonna ride this, I'm gonna do this, and he started freaking out right in the middle of the line, and there was 3 Amish people just a little bit further ahead, like literally Amish, probably on their break when they turn like 18 or something. And I was like, hey, my friend, I'm not gonna say his name, but hey, if these guys are gonna ride this ride, maybe you should too. And he toughened up and rode it.
Like the unofficial mayor of Coney Island, trust the ride. Just trust the ride. You'll enjoy it a lot better.
So who is the unofficial
His
mayor?
name is Dick Ziggin.
Okay.
And he is the one who came out here and started Sideshows by the Seashore back in 1980. And he is the creator of the Mermaid Parade. And that was his building back over there on Surf Avenue. And
oh, cool.
he's a permanently unelected mayor of Coney Island.
And are these structures made by Robert Moses?
So this little one here, yes.
Because it looks like his style. And he loved designing these ones.
Well, his idea was he wanted to turn Coney into a big park. And so
just like a regular park. Okay.
Yes, he just wanted a park and boring. And like I said, there was a really disturbing rendering where the whole amusement zone is a parking lot and there's just light poles. And that's it. And the boardwalk.
Master builder / master destroyer of New York.
I have a love-hate relationship with Bob. I call him Bobby Moses because I know he didn't like to be called Bobby
really?
Moses.
Oh, that's funny.
So I'll call him Bobby.
So, are we close to the aquarium?
Yes, the aquarium's right
let's
here.
Let's walk towards the aquarium.
And this is where, if you ever come out here on a Sunday, this is where the polar bears come out. On the normal times.
Here you'll see the polar bears, especially on a very wintry day.
Yes.
Polar Bear Club, not actual polar.
Not actual polar bears.
To use the beach last.
That's right.
So there's never been like a payment structure in these New York City beaches.
Before there was a boardwalk, the beach were private, so you did have to pay.
Oh, fascinating. Okay.
But that's before the board. That was the main reason for the boardwalk, was to create equity for people to access the beach.
Yeah.
And of course the properties too, because William Stillwell's selling land out in the water over there, so they had to put some kind of order to the madness.
And what's this over here?
And then
Over here?
oh, this is the
looks new.
yeah, like a 4D theater where they squirt water at you. And,
I get it. Yeah.
and there's like smells, I think, at some point too. And then we have a really cool piece of art that's getting installed down there. That's got a $2 million piece of art. It's gonna light up and look cool.
And it seems that they're using the type of grasses that used to be here,
Correct.
like indigenously.
Yes.
So
It helps with research.
So one thing people should know about the island of Long Island, which we're in right now, it used to have the biggest prairies east of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
So the prairie, it was literally prairie land here in this area.
Made it like a farm out here. It's
Yes.
just good land.
And also for nearby airports, because they're very flat. So, ooh, there we see in the distance.
A big old cargo ship
Yeah.
making its way in.
Let's zoom in.
And if it was a little bit more clear, we would be able to see the Ambrose Lighthouse. Really clear days, you see it just pop up in the middle of the horizon.
Ambrose Lighthouse. Oh, interesting. Is it on a tiny little island?
I think it's built on a
On the rock?
man-made island.
Oh.
Or it might be on a tiny island, but it's so tiny it's just built on top of the whole thing.
Adam asked, is there any water rides here?
We have a few water rides. I mean, we did have a log flume. We're going to get a new log flume. There are a couple of rides where you squirt water at people while they're riding the ride. They're more kiddie rides. At this point, they're just all kiddie rides.
Because, yeah, I think the audience is mostly little kids for the rides right now.
Yeah. But now, like, this is where the aquarium is. But this is where the old Dreamland was. And Dreamland was one of the last of the big amusement parks. And like roughly where we're standing would have been the tall tower of Dreamland, and then that had its own chute-to-chutes.
And what's this over here?
And then these are bathrooms.
Very fancy looking.
They're designed for the storm surge.
Oh, I see.
And if we were here during Hurricane Sandy, the water will be up to our chest.
Oh, cool. But at least we can go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So what happened in Hurricane Sandy?
Well, Hurricane Sandy,
For people who don't know.
it's in 2012, and basically this whole area flooded with about 5 feet of water.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, it flooded from the creek, not from the ocean. There was a Channel 11 reporter who got caught in the flood with his news truck. And they were in front of Nathan's.
Okay.
And the water came up so fast that they had to abandon their news truck and get to the subway.
That's a pretty high water surge.
Yes.
To
It
be
happened
that.
within 15 minutes.
Oh my God. Okay. Because the water just kept on coming.
Kept on coming in.
Yeah.
And
part of the boardwalk was destroyed, right?
Boardwalk was completely covered underneath sand. It wasn't destroyed as much as the one out in
Rockaway?
In Rockaway.
Yeah.
Because by that point we already had the sand packed up on here. After the blizzard of '96, we packed up and filled up the sand underneath the boardwalk.
Oh, okay. So we don't have too much space.
There's no space at all.
Because people used to hang out below.
There used to be a whole world under the boardwalk.
Right. I remember that. I mean, it still exists kind of in Far Rockaway.
Yes.
Or at least it used to be before Sandy.
Yeah.
So everyone, we might have missed a bunch of questions. So at the end, we're gonna do a 10-minute like free for all Q&A. So if you have a question, ask again once we end for those 10 minutes, which will be about in a few minutes from now.
You see, you got more sand. See, we're planting more seagrass out here. So this whole thing's gonna be seagrass eventually.
And how deep was the water during Sandy?
Well,
You
here,
said to the chest.
4 to 5 feet. So right about here.
Oh, crazy.
And that's here on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
So it was pretty.
Wow.
I have to say, after September 11th, Hurricane Sandy probably the scariest thing I lived through here in New York.
If I may ask, what area in New York were you at that
So
time?
I was in Bay Ridge.
Bay Ridge, okay.
So I'm at the top of a hill. So
Luckily.
I wasn't worried about the storm surge. It was more of the wind.
Yeah.
And for like a good 10 hours, I watched my windows bulge in with the wind, and I was just waiting for them to break the whole evening, the whole night. Luckily, it didn't happen.
Wendy asks, how long is the boardwalk?
The boardwalk is almost 4 miles long.
Oh, wow. That is quite a long.
It's a tick under 4 miles.
And how does it compare to Rockaway, which is right?
Well, Rockaway is now a concrete esplanade.
Oh, okay.
And but I think Rockaway it's beautiful, and it's like a seawall now, so it protects the community. But this is like old school boardwalk, and if you ever wondered why the boardwalk is such disrepair,
Here we have it.
it's because the Parks Department likes to drive heavy trucks over the boardwalk.
It sounds like you don't like that so much.
We keep on advocating, so stop driving the trucks on the boardwalk.
Oh, well, why do you think that's? Oh, beyond bad repair, does it annoy the people here?
Some of the people, yeah. I mean, they drive a little fast sometimes.
Can I have the full name in the U.S.? Yeah, Michael, we are in Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York, in the United States of America.
There you go.
What movies were filmed here? So you mentioned Wonder Wheel, and you mentioned Warriors and Mr. Robot.
Yes.
What,
TV show.
Any few others?
Requiem for a Dream.
Oh yes, down there, the main. What's the parachute?
Parachute jump, and then the steeplechase pier. It's where he walks up looking for Miriam.
And in the beginning, him and Damon Wayans have like some tomfoolery here, like in the rides, with the cops. Yeah.
And then He Got Game was filmed over by where the Henderson Theater used to be. And, so many. When I start thinking about movies, that's when my brain crashes. And I'm like, there's too many.
Yeah. Let us know if you know any other
There's too many
movies
to
in the
think of.
comments. And where can you source a good pepper steak sandwich? Someone asked.
Pepper steak sandwich.
That's very specific.
Maybe pepper steak. That sounds like Colombian. That sounds like Colombian. No, that's a skirt steak.
Or like Chinese American food. Yeah, with the pepper steak. Yeah.
Let's go. We go down to 8th Avenue over in.
So, here we have the aquarium.
This is the new aquarium.
Oh, this is the new one.
This is the new building.
Oh, fascinating.
So this houses an amazing Shark Tank exhibit.
Ooh.
It's really amazing. And if there's any time to go to a museum here in New York or visit this aquarium, if you live here in the 5 boroughs or in the New York Tri-State area, do it now.
Okay.
Because even though we're living in a pandemic, you can still have some fun. These places are only at 25% capacity.
Are they open
So they
right
are
now,
open.
today?
They are open.
Huh.
And you just got to book your tickets online. You can't just go up and we'll go in. But I did enjoy the grill when it was open for the 1 year. And there's a bar upstairs.
Oh, they have a bar.
So if you're going to the aquarium, there's a bar with a waterfront view. And you got these beautiful little metal pieces here that you hear making the noise in the wind.
Lisa says Philip Glass, the famous composer, was filmed riding a roller coaster for his own documentary about his own life.
Whoa, really? Philip Glass?
I wonder if they put like his music,
I know.
which would be great. Perfect for a roller coaster.
Now, I would love to say that you could go and try to live stream from the Shark Tank.
Yeah.
I have attempted twice.
No service because so much metal.
There's so much metal. All the equipment's above where you're at.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
you can't get it. Even I tried to get on their Wi-Fi. I couldn't even get on their Wi-Fi.
I might do just a recorded video then.
Yeah, but it's well worth it. I highly recommend it.
Do you drink beer? Asked Michael.
Yes, I do.
Because it's rare among now YouTube creators. A lot of them don't drink, period.
I know. I noticed that. I don't believe half of these YouTubers who say they don't drink. I don't believe half of these people.
No judgments, but it's a bit odd, especially like in New York City culture.
In normal times, I'm here in Coney live streaming, and you will see me get a beer, then hop on this Wonder Wheel, and we'll just talk and have a little buzz and live life, And hey,
Daily Walker says, I think the Three Stooges used to work here.
Yes,
hang out here.
I think they worked. They worked along the Bowery. A lot of people worked there, like Buddy Hackett worked in the Bowery. A lot of those old-time performers, they all had some kind of start here, whether it be in vaudeville or just being a food server.
Right. And here we have a very important place for New York handball.
This is the handball class.
Yes.
They have tournaments here.
This is where the AA game takes place.
That's
AA tournament. This is the top of the top. It's basically the Super Bowl of handball is on these courts. And the ball goes so fast that you can't even see it.
This is another one of those things that was the few normal things this year, last year, was seeing these guys play.
Let's show them a little bit. Let's see if we can get a better angle of these guys playing.
They're in the one spot where they're probably sheltered by the wind.
Yeah, exactly. Let's zoom in. So this is a game of handball. Similar to a racquetball.
No rackets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Almost the same as that, except you just don't have the racket. And the ball's a little bit easier to hit. I'm still craving a chili dog. Yes.
Ooh.
All right, so we're gonna have our Q&A. Let's go over here to put the cameras down. Oh, so cold. And here used to be the amphitheater.
This is still the amphitheater, but we don't use it anymore, unfortunately. This was where we used to have our summer concert series.
This is the last time Daft Punk had a free concert.
Right.
Which I wish I would have seen.
Was there.
You were there? Oh my god, I'm so jealous. I thought to myself, they'll do another free concert. Nope.
I saw Blondie, the B-52s. Oh my god. Frankie Avalon. I saw a bunch of old men have a fight watching Frankie Avalon.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god, I've seen so many acts.
Oh, that's so cool.
Right there. I saw the Weather Girls perform there in a thunderstorm. As they sang, it's raining men. It was pouring down rain.
Oh, that's funny.
This is the memories you have here. The memories.
All right, everyone, start asking your questions if you asked something before. Our walking portion has ended with Dutch Moss. Make sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel. He does live streams all the time. A whole lot of them in Southern Brooklyn.
Always down here.
Always, yeah.
Always down here. Since so many people do Manhattan. Oh, we gotta put it.
Yeah, I gotta put it on.
Perfect. And I was hoping for the sun to come out for you guys.
Yeah. This is like no sun.
What the hell?
I wish I had a little bit higher, but I'll hold it. Heart of Glass. Ooh, what are you referring to? Bernie Post.
Heart of Glass, Blondie. Yes.
Barry White also performed at the amphitheater. Oh,
Yep.
Cool. And Aussie. Ooh, no, it's not quite that. Not quite.
No.
It could be a very beautiful area. The Chicago play here. Yeah.
I think they did. Yeah.
I think
There's
they
so
did.
many bands that played here during the summer concert series. It was,
I think maybe Yes as well. There was a few other like old school classic rock
They
bands.
had like 80s night one night, then they did like the 50s crooners kind of stuff.
I have missed most of the live. What is the biggest ride in the USA?
The biggest ride in the USA?
Yeah. I think it's Nitro.
Nitro or King Ka. I mean, yeah, King Ka's the tallest, and Nitro is just the longest by track length.
Right. So Nitro is the longest ride in the world, and it's also the longest in the US. Leon of Judea.
Lion of Judah.
You said $2 super chat. Good stream. How about the Russian mob?
Russian mob down there. Russian mob. It's okay. Very quiet.
We didn't get to the voice portion of this broadcast because you do like an old school New York accent, right?
Oh, there, the people's over here.
Can you do?
I could crack myself up, dude. This is the bad part. Crack myself.
Can you do a New Yorican accent?
No,
Like
that's
really
the
old
thing.
school, like 70s New
No,
York?
I can't do that.
It's hard.
Because I don't speak Spanish. Like, if I
Oh,
spoke
okay.
Spanish, I'll be able to do that.
I can't do it. I speak Spanish.
My grandfather made me unlearn Spanish when I was a kid. So it's like, you're living in the States now. You don't speak Spanish. I'm like, but Grandpa.
Yeah, so you can also do the Flatbush accent.
The Flatbush Act. Well, Flatbush Act is kind of a Brooklynese, you know.
Right.
The guys over there, over here.
This guy over here.
This guy over there, he thinks he's funny. Skagazy's over there.
Dutch does the best radio voice. Oh. You do the radio voice, right?
The radio was Ariel. Bienvenidos.
Welcome to Urbanist Live. Oh
Welcome.
yeah.
Here in the beautiful Boardwalk. See, being a radio guy, you gotta make the small things last forever. So it's like, here today on the Boardwalk, checking out the beautiful skies here. 42 degrees Fahrenheit.
I love your Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem. This is Casey Kasem. Today we're freezing our behinds on the boardwalk together on the Urbanist.
Love the bumper car. Says
Oh
Lisa.
yes, I'm so down to ride. And actually, you can go to a replays of mine. We've been on the El Dorado. There's a great live stream where my friend Lewis would not let me get off the El Dorado.
Yeah.
So I rode the El Dorado for about 45 minutes. The music was great and everything was great, but I need to get off that ride.
Is this the Atlantic Ocean? Asked
Yes,
William.
this is the Atlantic Ocean.
Part of the 1978 film.
Yes,
The
The
Wiz.
Wiz. They filmed over at the Cyclone.
Do they still have the Soul Summit? Soul Summit.
The Soul Summit
know
in
about
July.
that.
I don't know what I was referring to.
The roller coaster of Amtrak. Yeah, Amtrak can sometimes feel like a roller coaster. Does the Luna Hotel building still exist?
No, you mean the Half Moon. The Half Moon's no longer
Okay.
there. The Half Moon Hotel's where all the gangsters used to go and throw people out windows. No
And
longer there.
sleep with the fishes.
And they'll sleep with the fishes with concrete shoes on.
Do you know if the aquarium is currently
Current
open?
aquarium is open. Just go to their website to get tickets.
Let's see if we have any other. Does Coney Island and Rockaway have a lighthouse?
Well, Coney Island has a lighthouse called at Norton's Point, and it's called the Coney Island Lighthouse. And it's been there since 19 teens.
And Rockaway, I'm not sure. Yeah, it does have a tiny one.
There's a tiny one.
It's hard
over
to
there
see.
at Breezy Point.
Let's see. Ask anything. We'll stick around for like 6 minutes. If you ask the question before, feel free to ask
I'm
again.
amazed that your battery lasted this long.
Yeah, I only have about 10% left. I may have missed this. Oh no worries. Himalaya's ride still here?
The Himalaya, no. Unfortunately, Kitty Himalaya is still here in Luna Park, but no, the big adult Himalaya is gone.
3-card Monty.
3-card Monty, you could maybe find somebody play on the boardwalk of that.
Now you see in 34th Street, Herald Square.
Yeah. Steer clear of those guys, do me a favor.
Right. And have you ever met Art Levine?
Art Levine.
the roller coaster rider.
He's a roller coaster rider. Yeah, no, I never met him. I met though, what's his name? Richard Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, he rode the Cyclone for, I believe it was 2 weeks. Every day. He holds the record, and he came out here for one of the Cyclone's birthdays.
What was the scene from the Joker filmed when he's kicking the dumpster? Not here.
Nah, I don't think that's here.
Yeah,
No.
that's probably in the Bronx.
It's the Bronx.
Yeah. Some people say they're okay. A lot of people ask. They said that they get bad vibes, or that they heard about haunted history.
So, I like to say that Coney Island is haunted.
Yeah.
Because so many people produced memories here. So some people's kind of energy is still here. So especially if you're on a day where it's kind of crowded and a lot of stuff going on, you can sometimes personally feel those vibes. And they're just here, you know? So if you just acknowledge them, maybe say hello, or I know you're here, and then they'll let you be. But yes, you can get some spooky vibes every now and then.
It's like going to a dive bar in the U.S.
Yes.
You know,
well, the Freak Bar is the best dive bar.
But I mean, in general, dive bars
yes.
in the U.S., you know, there's going to be some people in there that are very depressed.
Yes.
And you're going to feel those vibes.
Yes.
But I think there's also those happy vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as well. Is Dutch going live after?
Am I going live after?
Yeah.
I don't know. What time is it? It's only 3 o'clock, so maybe.
Do you like BTS?
Do I like?
Korean
That's the
band.
Korean pop band. I like the. whoa.
And have you heard of Tiny?
Tiny.
know.
No, never heard of Tiny. Well, there is a burlesque dancer named Tiny. Tiny something.
And you're a licensed tour guide.
I am a licensed tour guide.
Yeah, and also a bike.
And I
Bike tour
do
guide.
walking and bicycle tours.
Which is so cool.
Over the Brooklyn Bridge, I do bicycle tours. Don't ask me why I do that.
Ilandel. Ooh, Ilandel. Hey, how's it going? You say most memorable moment on Coney Island for you?
Oh my God, there's too many.
Ever in your entire life?
Well, I mean, to be honest, to ride the Cyclone 10 times on live stream, that's like the penultimate, because I get to have all of you guys with me.
Right.
So, yeah, 10 times on the Cyclone on a live stream. Thank you, Luna Park.
I have good memories of like coming here with my college friends, and there'll be like a group of like 30 people all like congregating at the beach. Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Anyone fishing? I have fished here once before.
Yeah, I don't live here usually.
The fish does not look edible.
I don't know. Some of them do eat it.
Someone do eat it. Indeed. I fished here with a friend of mine whose father was based in Jackson Heights, South American. And he fished, but he sold it to other people.
I wouldn't recommend eating the fish here. I wouldn't recommend
You just
eating
fished
the
for
fish
pleasure, just gave it to someone else. From Russia with Love. Ooh, I'm not sure if James Bond has a scene here.
No,
I don't think they do.
Well, привет.
Is the park only open on summer?
It's open between April and October.
And then the jumper, the parachute jump.
The parachute jump, yes.
Is it still working?
No, it hasn't worked since 1964.
Oh, no.
And the parachute jump is actually a relic from the 1939-1940 World's Fair.
Oh.
And it was brought over here in 1941. George C. Tilly bought it.
Yeah.
Brought it down here. And fun fact, it never made money when it was here in Coney Island.
Oh, I see. And are there sharks in the
Yes,
water?
we get sharks here, but sand sharks.
Okay.
It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, they won't bite you
They
too
won't.
hard.
No. they have gums in there.
All right, everyone. If you want to know more about Dutch, just tune into his live streams. You go live a bunch of times a week.
Right.
Do you have a schedule?
No,
Okay.
I don't have a schedule because I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. So
Dutch Moz
make sure you hit
on
that
YouTube
notification bell.
and press that notification bell. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. One more time, press that like button and let me know if you're on Team Like. Keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. And always do the wave.
I'm gonna do the wave. Okay, that's the part I was waiting for.
You do it.
I love the wave part.
Bye-bye.
Bye.